Welcome back to the Isaac Abrams Show, everybody. I'm your host, Isaac Abrams. Today's very special guest, returning from an episode from March 2020, Dr. Seth Lawrence, everybody.
Hello. I ethically cannot be called a doctor because I have a JD.
Oh.
Yeah.
Is it curable?
Unfortunately, it's chronic.
What's a JD? I don't know what it is.
The Juris Doctorate.
Okay.
So I was a lawyer. That's
Yes.
a law degree.
Yeah.
Ethically, I cannot call myself a doctor.
Oh.
I just wanted to correct you in case I got sued.
Thank you for this improv yes and session we're having, right? I use doctor like sport, doc.
Oh, I
champ,
see.
buddy.
I take everything so literal.
You have to. You're an attorney. As your attorney, I would advise you to take everything
I would
literally.
advise you to use your language a little more carefully.
That's right.
Yeah.
Seth has a new special out, new Drybar special out.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a Drybar special.
Wait, why'd you put it in quotes?
I don't know.
It is.
If you know, right?
I guess so.
No, if you don't know anything about Drybar, it's funny and you can watch it with your family.
Yeah.
Which is the best part about Drybar. Seth's very funny. We've known each other for a very long time. We never talk.
Right.
Which is the best part of our relationship.
The nature of the business.
Yes.
Yeah.
He has a show on the fourth Saturday of every month.
That's right.
Called
TV Sets.
TV Sets.
Yeah.
And he has a podcast coming out called Self-Help Yourself.
Yeah. It is out.
It is out.
It is out. Yeah.
It's out because this is out.
Right.
So everything's out.
Everything's out.
Seth and I are coming out. That didn't, no.
I want the world to
know. Please enjoy the episode, everybody. Thanks for watching. Check out a couple other episodes. Subscribe and like and do all the other stuff that you're supposed to do if you're an influencer. And we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Seth.
Hey.
How are you, man?
Doing well.
Fresh back from Provo doing your special?
I mean, I taped it in February.
That's right.
So
was it that long ago?
I'm very fresh.
Yes.
Yeah. So there's some delay in between the taping and them editing. They sent me a cut and I sent them back notes and then I approved that second cut they sent me.
Yeah.
And now it's just dropped.
When you watched it back, this is like super inside filmmaker stuff for specials.
Sure.
Did you, when your notes was it like wide for the setup, medium for like the...
No. My notes had nothing to do. I don't care how I looked on camera at all. Oh. Maybe I should have cared more.
Yeah.
I did not.
I feel like you can tell the audience through visuals when to laugh.
Uh-huh.
And I sat here editing Justin Foster's special, and we would always put the setup in a wide, and the punchline was always on a close.
Oh, interesting.
And then you cut to a crowd laugh.
Interesting.
So I feel like there's a science to the filmmaking
Maybe so.
of specials.
I don't know that science.
Yeah.
I just knew that I cared about my material, and so my notes were all about my material.
That's cool.
Yeah.
So was it like timing and pacing? Like add space
absolutely.
here.
So for Drybar, they did, at least for mine, they did 2 tapings. They had 2 shows the one night.
Yeah.
And then I got a great piece of advice from Jeff Shaw, who's done a few of their Drybar specials. Very nice guy, very funny comic. But he told me record it on your phone because they're going to want notes and you're not going to remember. By the time they ask you for notes, you're not going to remember specifics for them. But if you have your phone recordings and you can just refer back to your phone recordings and be like, oh yeah, I like this bit from my second show and this bit from my first show, so find a way to meld those. So that's what I did.
And you did audio recordings on your phone?
Yeah.
Or did you tape it?
No, I didn't do any video.
Yeah.
Audio. Yeah. Because they have all the tape coverage. I just wanted to know timestamp for material and audience reaction. Like, here's what I felt better about.
Yeah.
This is what I want going forward.
Yeah. That's smart.
Yeah, it was very smart and it saved me.
Yeah.
Because I was able to put together some very specific notes for them that they got back, and I'm really happy with the special the way it came out. So
was it 2 different crowds?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, for the most part, I would say 95%. My family, my parents wanted to stay for both shows, so they did both.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have any material about them that they didn't see coming?
Yeah. I mean, they live in Utah. I do stand up in LA, so they don't come to any shows, which is the way I like it.
Yeah.
But they were at the Drybar ones, you know.
That's cool.
Yeah, it was nice of them. They threw me a little bit because they sat front row, and I was not expecting that on my first.
Did they ask
taping.
to sit front row?
I don't know. They just showed up super early.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to remember now because it was, now 6, 7, 8 months ago.
Yeah.
But I think they had to drive me. So they drove me to the spot
Right.
And
they were already there.
Yeah. So they were there. So they were like, I guess we'll just hang out. Anyhow, so point is, they were there front row. And that threw me a little bit when I got out there. So I did some jokes that I actually had cut from this, because I wasn't even planning on doing them.
Yeah.
I just had this moment of like,
there they are.
Big deal for me, taping my first, my Drybar special, and their front row.
Right.
So then I was like, oh my gosh. Anyhow, so, but the one joke that did make it into the special, because I was planning on telling it, is about my dad's driving habits. So that was fun. And you can hear my dad laughing throughout the entire setup, because as soon as it's a family story that I'm telling.
Yeah.
So he knows what's coming. So it's like his laugh that is predominantly in the background.
That's nice.
Yeah, it's kind of fun.
Yeah.
It's kind of fun.
A little inside nugget for the fam.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And how long? It's called Ready or Not.
Ready or Not.
And it's been out for how long now?
Like 2 days.
2 days.
It dropped on September 12th.
Okay.
Never forget.
This will come out in February of 2025.
Perfect. That's the kind of delay I like.
Yeah.
So it'll be out. It'll be good. It might even be free at that point.
Right.
On YouTube somehow.
Oh, is that how it works? They charge first?
Yeah. So right now it's behind a paywall. You have to go to drybarcomedy.com or their app, Drybar app. And you can use my name, Seth Lawrence, as a promo code to get 1 month free. But you have to sign up for like a monthly subscription if you want that month free.
Right. It's
Or you just buy my special on its own. You know, a la carte,
you
as
can,
they say.
and you can buy it right there on the website.
Yeah, you can buy it on the website or on their app.
How much is it?
I don't know. Should we look? I'll look it up right now.
Let's find out how much
I'll look it up right now.
I would be interested to know how much a one-off Drybar special is. Oh, I didn't realize I had my
it's a good question.
glasses on me.
I didn't even look.
I'm going to guess.
I don't even see that money, so.
Sure. Well, if enough people
Eventually
buy it,
I would. Yeah, eventually I would.
if all the hundreds of thousands of people that watch this show all buy it twice,
Absolutely.
you'll get $5.
Then we will get it.
I'm going to say $5.99 or $9.99. $5.99 seems like a good price for a special.
That is a great price. So I can start my free trial. It doesn't tell me a la carte. I don't know. I'm sure you have to go through quite a few things that I don't think your listeners would really care about.
Well, I can cut out dead air or.
That's true. I'm
pretty good at editing.
What work? Why make you work like that?
AI cuts the pod now, and then I have another button I can press that cuts out dead air if I want to.
Oh, they do?
I like to do it myself.
All right. So quick Google search. They're between $10 to $45.
Wow.
Per special. I think mine's on the $10 end.
Okay. So is that, do you feel like that's exploiting people of faith a little bit?
I mean, look,
$45.
Let me say this: Mormons are doing just fine, so they can spend $10 for a half-hour special.
All right, but
quality, mine's quality. It's worth 10.
Sure. I mean, Drybar puts out a very high quality product.
They do. Yeah.
But $45?
$45 for a half hour. I mean, look, that's a range, but they also have hour specials.
Oh, okay.
So I'm guessing the $45 would be more for an hour special.
I can't think of a comedian on this planet
that you would spend $45 for?
Not. I'm including everyone.
Really?
Yeah.
Even to go see a ticket, like see it live?
That's different.
All right.
Live is a whole experience.
Yeah.
You're laughing with the energy of the room.
All right.
Sitting on my couch
but
eating
it takes
Cheetos.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, sure.
I'm waiting until it comes out.
That's fair.
But you should buy it right now.
Yeah, go check it out.
Yeah.
Drybarcomedy.com. Seth Lawrence for a promo code if you want a month free.
Yeah. That's like Patreon. If you buy a whole year, you get
they give you 1 month or 2 months free if you do a yearly subscription. This one, I think you have to sign up for the monthly to get 1 month free.
Right.
Anyway.
Can you cancel the free after the free month?
I think it's a law now that you have to be able to cancel at any time.
That is true.
Right? Like they did that because of Amazon
Yeah.
burying their cancel subscription stuff.
Everywhere.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, it's easy to sign up.
It should be easy to leave.
That's right.
But they make it almost impossible.
So anyway. It's the only law that I know of that Biden passed. And
He passed a few.
I don't say that in favor of Trump. I'm just saying.
Whatever.
Okay.
Isaac's voting red.
Let's go.
In California.
I'm joining Seth.
Where it doesn't matter.
We're voting red.
Dude, I have written in or voted third party for the last decade.
Sure.
So I hate.
It's
I voted for Mitt Romney. He was, I think, the last mainstream candidate I vote for.
Yeah. I mean, I thought RFK had a decent shot at going independent, but I didn't see him pivoting towards Trump. I didn't see that coming at all.
I mean,
but here we are.
Here we are.
Yeah.
What a world we live in.
Yeah. and this isn't a really highly political show because I'm not interested in
Yeah,
politics.
I'm surprised we're going this route.
We were just getting beat over the head with it, and it's hard
It's a
not
lot
to talk
right
about
now.
on both sides.
The election's coming up.
It is.
Yeah.
This might be out before the election.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who knows? Do you want to predict who's going to win? It's so close right now.
It depends. I don't know. Is it close?
I think it is actually.
Here's what I'm predicting.
Yeah.
I'm not going to predict a side. I'm predicting a landslide,
Oh,
and I don't know which side it's going to be.
interesting. You don't think it's going to be close?
I don't think it's going to be close. It can't be close.
Why not?
For all of our sakes.
Oh, you just mean you want a definitive.
We need the country to speak on one way or the other.
Yeah.
I don't care which way it goes.
I'll tell you though, it's going to come down to 3 states.
It always does.
It's going to be, well, they're different states though, but
This
there's
year?
always like swing states.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's Pennsylvania, Michigan, Wisconsin.
Right.
That's it.
And no one cares about those 3 states.
I mean, they do. They care about themselves.
We should have our own president in California.
Really?
No.
I don't think we should.
No.
I don't think we should.
We have our own president. And
Sweet Gavin.
Yeah. Handsome Newsom is what we call him.
Greasy Ken.
Governor Handsome. That dude's out to dinner.
He's going to make a presidential run
Yeah, I think they saved him
in
this
4
time.
years.
Yeah. There's something to be said about literally everything.
Absolutely.
Politically. And, I used to say that I care more about local politics than I do about national politics. The only thing I care about is whoever is going to bring the film business back to Los Angeles.
Sure.
They get my vote.
Yeah.
Enough
of Atlanta.
The work is gone. Atlanta, New Mexico. Netflix just spent $750 million in New Mexico. It's a nice, shiny new toy that the film business wants to go play in. I mean, from an acting standpoint, who cares? I'll fly anywhere.
Right.
But from a crew standpoint, the way I pay my bills is shooting commercials in Los Angeles.
Yeah.
Which is a very hoity-toity thing to say. There's very few people who get to do that, but it's gone.
Yeah. Interesting.
I have to get on a plane to make a commercial now.
Yeah.
And, which is also fun because I like getting on planes.
Sure.
But it's also nice to just drive to work.
Absolutely.
Speaking of work, you're America's favorite stay-at-home dad.
Yeah.
How's that going?
Oh my gosh, it's great.
Yeah?
Yeah. No, I love it. I love being a stay-at-home dad.
And before that, you were a lawyer?
I was.
Yeah. Are you going back into law when the kids go to school?
No.
Never. Are you stay-at-home dad for life?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I mean, I'd like to do, I'd like to make some money doing the podcasting thing and what comics have to do now.
Right.
During the day. That'd be great.
Yep.
But
social media influencer, content creator.
Yeah, right.
Production
exactly.
studio. Yeah.
Exactly. So
how many of us would have gotten into comedy if we knew we had to do all this stuff?
I know. It's so ridiculous.
Yeah.
I'm getting ready to release my Trophy Husband YouTube channel and have been shooting, and it's so stupid.
Yeah.
I mean,
is that the real name of it?
It's so stupid.
No,
Trophy Husband. Yeah. No, it is.
That's
there,
a great
There
name.
are a few guys out there doing the Trophy Husband thing, but I'm trying to do it, as a comic for real. There are just guys out there that are doing it. You know.
The male models and
good-looking guys or dad bod guys.
Kevin Federline.
Yeah.
He just lost his lawsuit to Britney, but that's a whole nother thing.
Wow.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Right. Thank you for your honesty.
Yeah. But what's crazy to me is on TikTok, you'll see people doing these home improvement clips. There's that whole genre. Mm-hmm. What's insane to me is that not only are they doing the work, but they also have to be like, oh yeah, I have to set up my camera, my tripod, and then I have to move it. Or they have 2 or 3. That's crazy to me.
Yeah. I watch a daily vlog from a subsistence farmer.
Yeah.
In North Carolina.
Yeah.
Because I want to own a regenerative farm one day.
Sure.
And I'm like, how much farming are you getting done? Because you got to set that camera up, then you got to drive through it, then you got to get the camera, you got to set it up again.
Yeah, and you got to edit all that crap.
Yeah.
It takes forever.
It does.
It's insane so anyway, so my channel is going to be trying to highlight the banality of all that, the setting up to just show the work that you're going to do anyway.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Gary V. I don't know if you know Gary V. He's a motivational advertising influencer guy.
The name sounds familiar.
If I showed you a picture, you'd see his face. He's the wine guy. He's like, I used to do wine.
Wait. You said if you showed me a picture, I'd see his face? That depends on the picture, though.
I just show you a picture of Big Bird. It's like, this is Gary V.
Yeah. Wait, hold on a second.
I know you don't participate in caffeine that often, but this is decaf, and I'm over caffeinated.
Oh, good for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't participate very often.
And it's not just it's caffeine's fine.
I know.
It's
I mean,
the coffee
I don't
or
know.
tea.
It is. I did clarify that when I spent a lot of time with some Mormon friends this summer, but
Right. Common misconception.
yes,
Which is fine.
yes, because you can have soda
Yeah.
and
Caffeinated and non-caffeinated soda.
I just learned this, and I want to get back to the special. In fact, we should
Sure.
stay on the special, but later on,
Yeah.
I want to talk about soda bars.
Okay.
If you know anything about them,
I just know that I think they're disgusting.
disgusting.
It's so bad.
Let's get back to it later.
Okay.
Let's stay on the special.
Sure.
Because that's what you're here to promote.
Yeah. Yeah.
Provo family was there. Politics.
My parents were there.
Yeah.
My immediate, like my wife and kids did not come with me to Provo when I taped. Just me. Wanted to be focused, and it was a short trip.
Yeah. And the content's not appropriate for children.
Right. It's just awful. One sweet thing is my kids actually love my special. They've watched it a few times
that is
now.
cool.
Because I forced them. I sit them down.
We need more views.
Chain them up. I think they track IP addresses. So
Right.
I don't know that we're really helping the algorithm.
You watch it on your iPad. You watch it on your iPad.
Yeah,
Get the phone out.
Yeah, but they enjoy it, which is nice. It's nice.
That is nice. How many comedians can say that?
I know, and they kind of quote it back to me from time to time, which is really sweet. So like they're actually listening.
Is there anything in
very
it that
cool.
they can use against you? They're like, but Dad, I'm not cleaning
you
my
said.
room. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I don't think I do anything like how great am I? That's the thing. I don't do that.
Yeah.
That's not very funny. Self-deprecating is better.
It is better.
You know.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I wouldn't know, but
Yes, you would.
because I'm so good at comedy.
At everything. Yeah. There's nothing to deprecate Isaac about.
No, I couldn't possibly be deprecated by myself or others.
No. There's nothing to criticize.
No.
Yeah.
I started getting into self stuff.
Sure. The self-abuse on stage.
Just after I bomb, I'm like I'm just cutting.
Yeah. Oh my. Do you like me now?
Yeah.
How do you like me now, front row?
Yeah. Do you like me now,
boy.
mommy? Oh man.
Oh man. Yeah, so it's been good. They have a 5-minute clip on YouTube that you can find to kind of promote the special, which I was not expecting.
Okay.
And it's been doing pretty well. I think it's in like the low 40,000 views, and it's been out for a couple days,
That's
which is
insane.
great.
Does that count towards your monetization recoupment?
I think so. I think everything that they release is supposed to the model for them is, they pay you up front and then they have their production costs. Your special has to make back all the production costs before you take any royalty after.
And then it's 50-50 after that.
Yeah, it's
Something.
Right.
It's not a bad deal.
It's not. No. Are you kidding? I didn't do it for the money.
There are people out there that started their production company under the guise of like helping comics.
Right.
And those are bad deals.
There are quite a few that are just exploitative. I mean, that is sort of the comedy business in LA.
Yes.
It does exploit the hopeful comics rising up. But
I'm hoping to get into the business of comics that are at the point where they can afford the $10,000 to $20,000 special.
Yeah.
They come to me, we self-produce, you self-release, and you keep all the money.
Yeah.
It's paid for by you.
I think that's a great model.
I think there's a world in a 50 to 75 seat theater. If you can sell it out 2 times in one night, then and you have 10 to 20 grand in your pocket, then you are ready for a special.
Yeah.
That's not paid for by somebody else.
Yeah.
And I think you'll make your money back in 2 years.
Yeah. Hey, it's not a bad model.
Yeah, but the market share for people that qualify for the number of comics in LA that qualify for that small branch.
Yeah.
It's like 5.
Yeah, it's pretty small.
I'm not making a living off of that. Because another year after that, then they're selling out a whole weekend at a club, or someone's willing to pay for their special, a network streamer's willing to do it.
Right.
So you got to catch them at the right time.
Yeah.
With the right amount of money.
Right.
And then be like, yeah, let's do it.
And the right amount of material that they're ready to get out there.
And hopefully they don't have a cousin that owns a camera. They're like, my cousin's good.
He'll do it.
Larry's going to come down here and film it on his iPhone.
Right.
Cool.
Right. That's great. Good for you. I love that for you.
I can't tell you how many people have been like, I wish you did mine.
Oh, that's got to be heartbreaking.
I wish I did yours.
Yeah.
Too.
Not too late.
Yeah, it's not too late.
Let's do another one.
Yeah, they're like, well, I already
no one saw the first one. Let's do it again.
Yeah.
Do it again, baby.
But ready or not.
Ready or not.
For somewhere between $10 and $45.
Right. I think it's closer to 10. What's funny are the comments on this 5-minute clip. They chose like the first 5 minutes essentially, which actually worked out fairly well. But I'll tell you, there are men out there that don't like stay-at-home dads. They find it threatening. And I think it's hilarious. It's great.
You had me at there are men out there.
No, there are men out there.
They're just bored men on the internet that are like, what's that? I don't like that.
No.
What's that?
No.
I don't like that either.
We all know those guys exist.
Yeah.
But it's like guys who are specifically like, this is gross that you're a stay-at-home dad. I just think I love all of it.
They're
I love
haters.
all the engagement.
Yes.
It's all about the engagement, so it doesn't matter to me.
We can't tell anybody that hate drives love on the internet. If you hate do a hate comment.
Yeah.
500 more people see the video.
Right. Exactly.
Hate on me.
It's just so funny that there's a guy who's like, ooh, stay-at-home dad, yuck. And then 5 women. It seems like female accounts that are like, oh, yeah, that's so gross that he's invested in his children's lives.
Yeah.
It's so
How
funny.
dare this man stay home and spend time with his child.
I love it. I love it.
Man, the internet is a weird place.
I mean, it's just the guise of anonymity that gives rise to, I guess, poor behavior.
I'm still in the phase where I have to respond and engage to every comment.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I haven't gotten to post and ghost yet.
Yeah.
Can't wait.
Sure.
I'm hoping post and ghost is like maybe a year away.
What is holding you back? Can't you just do that?
Well, if you say something to me.
Yeah.
And then I say something to you.
Yeah.
I'm going to say something to you with a question on the end, which is going to bring you back to my video.
Yeah.
You're going to say something else. It's going to fill it up with it.
But I guess the question, you said you can't wait for the post. What is the turning point?
Oh, it's just like the number of views. There's a point at which you just don't have to do that anymore, and the video will take off by itself.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
But
because you think your engagement just drives
more
the traffic.
Correct.
Got it. Okay.
So I'm at a point now where it is helping me to engage people that don't necessarily align with my views and values.
Sure.
But I can't wait to be like, I don't know.
I mean, the reason I jumped it, like I've been trying to get I set a goal for myself for the Drybar special 2 years ago. Mm-hmm. And the only reason I wanted to do Drybar was for that exposure. So it's been great that it's going out. And I read the comments knowing I'm not going to respond, no matter what they say. Because why? Why should I respond when it's their community?
Yeah.
Well, I read them because I'm just interested.
So you're talking about mostly the Drybar fans of Drybar.
Correct.
Commenting on the Drybar channel.
Yes.
Oh.
Or on their videos that they, because it's like, obviously the way YouTube works, right? They post the video, it goes out to the people who subscribe. Mm-hmm. They know about it first, but it's also just going out there.
Yeah.
So it's not just Drybar fans that are watching the video.
Right.
But it is, I think, Drybar fans that are jumping at comments, which is great.
Yeah.
So it's like you already have a built-in community to fight for you or to defend you or to be like, whatever,
And that's a credit, right? It's
absolutely.
The Drybar logo.
Yeah.
That'll get you club weekends.
I'm hoping to translate this into something over the next couple of months.
Yeah. I mean, has it gotten any interest from managers and agents?
No.
All right.
But
it's only been out for
I'm
2
also
days.
not like reaching out actively to managers and agents. Yeah. And to be honest, I don't know quite. I'm still at a life stage where I'm not ready to just be like, yeah, I can take the next 2 weeks off and tour.
You know what I mean? Being a dad.
Right.
Yeah.
I have to shuttle my kids around and with my wife working, I just can't leave.
Right. Do you even have a need for an agent because you're a lawyer? You can interpret contracts
absolutely
on your own?
Yeah.
How close to entertainment law were you?
Not close, but
you can read.
But yeah, I can read words.
I can talk
read English. I know some of the jargon. Sometimes I wonder what agents and managers do. Mm-hmm. Because we're in a world now where you can reach out to anybody. And obviously, an agent or a manager might have better connections than you would. Mm-hmm. But at this stage, they're looking at follower count anyway.
Right.
So it's
is the club or whoever.
Everyone
I think a booking agent is necessary if you're at the level where you need to route a tour and it has to make sense. It's like,
sure.
I'm already in Wisconsin. I need 2 more dates in whatever.
Yeah.
But there's the whole mayonnaise sandwich tour. We used to do it as a band. It's like you just find independent venues and you put it up yourself.
You just go.
It just takes more work. A lot of comics don't have that business.
Right. There's the work ethic.
Dad work ethic.
Sure.
So
yeah.
It's just a little harder.
Yeah.
But you can do everything
I
independently.
kind of want to just go the Bill Murray route. where it's just
have a
like
1-800 number.
Yeah, just do it all on my own.
Yeah.
And I'll go if I want. I won't if I don't.
And you just screen your messages.
That's right.
You get a pager.
Yeah.
He doesn't have a pager. It's just have you ever called his 1-800 number?
No.
Oh, it's a lot of fun.
No.
Yeah.
That's fascinating.
Yeah. I wonder who screens those messages for him. Because
It's a great question. He now has a whole team of people, I'm sure, but
I think he still doesn't have an agent.
yeah.
I think like producers have to call this number.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
I think that's great.
I would love to be that free.
Yeah.
And
Right.
I feel like there's this turning point of like you chase it for a long time and then you turn around and tag you're it and then you run from it and it's chasing you.
Well, you proved yourself.
Right.
I mean, I think that's the quandary we're all in. It's like looking for your first job that wants references.
Right.
It's kind of where we are perpetually.
Yeah. When I get asked for a resume now for the job that I've been doing for the last 20 years in LA, I'm like, I'm not interested.
Yeah, you don't need my resume.
If you don't even know who I am.
Well, it is funny talking to comics who have been in the game for a long time and they don't have the Netflix special, but they've done late night and they want to do some independent show. They reach out to the independent producer who's maybe been in comedy a year, 2 years, and is like, I need a show to get more stage time. And that person says to this other person, can I have a tape?
What?
And this other person's sort of like, are you serious?
Right.
Like Google, you can Google me.
Yeah.
I've been doing this a long time.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's just weird.
It is weird if you have the ability to like sell out a club for a weekend, but you can't get like a backyard show.
Right. That's what I'm talking about. It's so strange. It is so strange.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Are you getting enough stage time in LA? Are you getting up enough?
I mean, is anybody getting up enough?
I am. I'm getting up once a month, and that's all I want.
Yeah, you and Mandy.
That's it.
I do an open mic. I run an open mic at the Glendale Room every Wednesday, so that's some time.
Okay.
That I think is I don't know. People might crap on open mics, but it's valuable time.
Is it a clean mic?
No.
Oh.
No.
Don't you have a clean show?
I do a clean show.
Yeah.
I do a clean
Not
show.
anymore. It was clean. It's the doo-doo show.
It's the fourth Saturday of every month.
Okay.
Called TV Sets. A comedy friend of mine, Che Lee, and I, we run it.
Yeah. Where's that?
At the Glendale Room.
Okay.
So there is a mic.
You just don't leave Glendale.
That's every Wednesday.
Yeah.
And then, right.
The Glendale Room, is that associated with...
Lyric Hyperion.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's the same guy who runs both of those locations.
Got it.
Yeah, and I just don't like... I like somewhere close. So the Glendale Room is close for me. That's nice. And then I'll do like independent shows here and there around town.
How about the Ice House? You ever go to Ice House?
Well, they're doing their mics now on Thursdays. I just haven't been able to make it out there on a Thursday evening. I'd like to. What I want to do is use my tape from Drybar to get in. At the Ice House, the Improv. The Improv's a little more corporate minded, so they're a little more clean, which is nice. So I think they'd accept the Drybar more than the Comedy Store would. But they're there, and then so Improv, Ice House, and then Comedy and Magic Club.
Oh, you do very well there.
I hope so.
Very clean down there.
That's my next goal.
Yeah.
Is to get in at those three clubs.
That's far. Comedy and Magic is
I know.
Very
Hermosa Beach. It's a
far
ways.
for me, and I live by LAX. Yeah.
Yeah. But it'd be worth
Sunday,
it.
Yeah.
Sunday evening, Saturday. You know, you can do evenings. The thing, traveling in the evening time is not bad.
It's not.
So
after 7, you can get anywhere in LA in 25 minutes.
Yeah. And for me, I just need my wife to be home from work.
Yeah.
And then I can
to start her second job of taking care of the kids.
Yeah, that's right. Tag.
Yeah. I'm out.
Yeah.
I was talking to my lady last week. We want to get a bunch of dogs, but we want to get wiener dogs.
Okay.
And I was
the
like,
Dachshunds?
Yeah, I call them dachshunds.
Right.
But I was like, are we sure this is smart? Like, if I'm coming home from a comedy club at 1:30 in the morning, and you got to be up to go to set because she's a costumer.
Okay.
At 6.
You're gonna set those dogs wild.
Yeah, that's insane. So I was like, maybe we gotta get like a side entrance to the house, or like some way tranquilize the dogs at night.
Chain them up.
Put them in a box with no air,
or just perform the worst surgery possible and get their bark cords out.
Oh yeah, can you do that? Jamie, look up whether or not we can get the box cords taken out.
It's got to be so bad to take out vocal cords for a dog. It's like declawing a cat.
Right. Can they still chew and swallow?
I'm sure they can.
Yeah.
But, it's cruel.
But they bark a cruel amount. Like
I know.
They're
You can't get yappy dogs.
You can't.
I think that's a bad idea.
They're very cute though.
Yeah, of course.
But,
just get one. Why do you need multiple?
Well, they get lonely. You need a herd of them. Especially, listen, if we're going to become content creators.
Then get 2.
5.
Oh, God.
Maybe 3.
So you're going to be the Dashin Dad? Is that going to be your new brand?
I'm going to be the Dachshund Hound.
Oh, gosh.
But during the day,
Very
I'm
fun.
Shooting dog content during the day.
Okay.
And comedy content by night.
There you go. Yeah. Well, that's not a bad idea.
I mean,
not a bad idea. There's a niche. There's a niche out there.
Yeah. The thought of just starting another channel.
Oh, gosh.
Is so daunting.
I mean, it's ridiculous.
I don't mind doing it for other people for money, though.
Yeah.
When people are like, hey, I'm going to come and do a podcast here, I'm like, sweet.
Yeah, absolutely, because the amount of work is so much less.
It's kind of the same.
Is it?
I mean, for a 1-hour podcast, I still have to clip it up, post it, SEO it.
Yeah.
But when it's somebody else's show that I'm not emotionally connected to, I'm like, this episode is about Seth, and Seth is great, and Seth does stuff, and Seth is a dad.
It's just so much. Yeah, right.
But if it's my episode, I'm like, okay.
Yeah, it's got to be perfect.
Right. AI, please write me a description about this episode.
Oh boy.
Content creators.
Yeah.
Let's go to the whiteboard and we'll do one of our famous would you rather's. Or do you want to talk about your pod, self-help yourself? Self-help yourself. I mean, I could talk about my pod. Let's do what your viewers and listeners want to hear about. This is just for the clips. So
perfect. Let's do it for the clips. Clips, baby.
Let's start with money. I like this one a lot. Would you rather earn $250,000 a year not working?
Yeah.
Or $1 million a year working?
All right.
This is special just for you.
Yeah, thank you. Do we get to ask any questions?
Sure.
Well, what kind of work are we talking?
I don't know. What kind of work do you want to do?
Well, there's, it's like desk job or acting or...
Let's say it was the job,
like
the last
a
job
dream
you had.
job.
Right. It's like, do I get to drive Ferraris for 25 minutes a day? Like,
right.
That's not fair.
I don't know. I mean, I think I would rather get $1 million a year working, almost no matter what it is.
I'm kind of torn. That was my gut shot, was to be like, I'll take $1 million for 1 year.
Yeah.
I'll work for 1 year and then never work again.
Sure.
But can you live off $1 million for the rest of your life? Not with kids.
Not for very long.
But how many years?
But my wife doesn't have to stop working.
Well, how many years can you make $250,000 without working? Do you get that for life?
I guess that's true. Yeah. What are the parameters of the income?
I mean, $250,000 a year is not something to shake a stick at.
Right.
It's a little over $20,000 a month.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know.
You still can't live in
earning
LA
$250K not working is probably not a bad deal.
It's
really.
Not. But 4 times the money to leave your kids for 8 hours a day.
Sure. I don't know. Maybe I would take the $250K not working.
Yeah.
That's not bad.
If you're at home not working, you could take that money and day trade it. You could
Absolutely.
Flip it. I'm going to sneeze.
Oh, bless you.
Excuse me.
But is that work then? I mean, you literally have to do nothing for $250.
Oh, like if you work, you lose your $250.
Correct.
Oh.
I think that's the way it should be.
Yeah, that's smart.
Like you can't do anything for that whole year.
You have to just sit in a chair.
Yeah. Yeah.
No sleeping.
And I think the job can't be a dream job because otherwise you'd absolutely do it because you do a dream job for free.
Yeah, it's got to be like a dirty job. Like,
yeah.
Like not like a dirty
shellfishing or whatever.
Yeah, like a Mike Rose dirty job's dirty. Like
yeah.
Sweeping out sewers.
Right.
Yeah. Something you got to take a shower for when you get home.
I'd take the $250.
Same.
And not. I'd be like take a year off stand up or whatever it is.
I mean, I would call stand-up a hobby and still do it.
All right. Yeah. We're bending the rules a little bit.
I have made a total of $35 total doing stand-up.
Is that right?
And I've always
net
been paid
or
in
gross?
Cash. Oh, it's in cash. So it's still sitting in my drawer. I'm going to do the Jay Leno thing. And if you pay me in cash, I'm always going to put it in a shoebox.
All right.
I'm never going to spend it.
Yeah.
I consider stand-up to be a hobby.
Sure. All right. Well, that's fair.
Yeah.
I guess.
This is a hobby too because it's technically monetized, but I haven't cashed out my YouTube channel yet.
Okay.
So
sitting on that.
Sitting on that $2 a day.
Yeah, let that accumulate.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Do you remember the last episode that we did?
Yeah, the crossover.
Yes.
That we did.
It's just occurring to me now that was March 2020.
Yeah, that was a long time ago.
Like a week later.
Right.
The entire world changed.
Yeah.
Because we wore gloves on.
I know.
No masks.
Kind of funny. We were making fun of it at the time.
Yeah. We're like, oh, this is gonna be a little sniffles.
Sure. Yeah, go back and check that out for all you viewers.
Yeah, I think it's in the under 100 though. It's like episode 70.
I don't know. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't expect you to.
And we didn't have the same numbering system either, because I numbered it differently on my Disorganized Religion podcast.
That would be interesting for me to demand that it's the same number.
Yeah, right.
This is episode 79.
Fine. Whatever.
Okay.
Who cares?
11, 12, 79, 13, 14.
Oh, man. All right, what's your next one?
Oh, let's see here. This will be interesting with the religious aspect. Would you rather never age or never die?
Which age?
The age you're at now. You stop right now.
Absolutely never age.
Yeah?
Yes. Never die, but you get old?
Oh.
And you lose your faculties and you just never die? No, thank you. No, thank you.
So
a million times.
You'll live out the rest of your life looking exactly like you live now.
Absolutely.
And then you'll die and go to the
afterlife. As far as we're concerned, this is as good as I'm ever going to look again. So I may as well take this and live this way until I die.
I thought never die implied that you would also stay in this format, but never.
Oh, but then you would take never die.
Yeah.
It's more interesting, I think, if you age and never die.
But okay, if you never die but you continue to age, do you age slower? Like, what if you get to 1,000? Are you going to be like just a pile of dust? But you're still alive.
Yeah, right. I don't know. I mean, you could be a vegetable for forever.
Quality of life is definitely the modifier.
That's a question.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you get to like Vampire Diaries and be
eternally youthful and forever alive.
Yeah. But
you're a youthful guy.
Listen, 44 is a great number.
Yeah.
I'll take 44 for the rest of my life before I get to 45 next month or before I get to 46 next year. Like, you're right. I am as young as I'll ever be.
But right. Quality of life and the never age. Do you die at that age in 40 years or... Yeah.
These are the questions.
It's a good question.
That the comment section usually
will answer.
Yeah. Like, that's not a fair question because what she hears that you can't.
Right.
Yeah. Still feel free to comment.
Quality of life matters a lot for this question.
All right.
But I think I would take never age.
Yes. Never age, but still, when do you think you'll die?
I'll probably die in my 80s.
Okay. See,
I think
that too.
Yeah.
But the boomers are all living into the 90s now.
Yeah. So you think we'll live into the 100s?
I think medicine, we're going to average 110.
Interesting.
But I smoked for 25 years. I'm never getting there.
Yeah, you're going to go to 80.
Oh, if I get to 80, I'll be lucky, dude. I'm way over halfway done.
Oh, man. Yeah, I don't know. My grandpa lived 101.
Yeah.
And I don't know how long my parents are going to live.
My grandfather smoked for 75 years.
I mean, sometimes, yeah.
And he died at 76.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, perfect.
All right, moving right along. Would you rather have a small head or have a small body? And I don't know what any of that means. Like,
all right.
Is it your normal size body?
So wait, did you come up with all these?
No.
Oh, you just pulled these off of somewhere.
Yeah.
AI, write me some would you rathers.
Yes. I do have an app because I couldn't come up with any of this.
Got it. All right, so that's why...
No, this is stuff I'm genuinely interested in, Seth. I really want to know what you think about small head, small body technology.
I don't know. Sometimes we have soul-searching questions. I think I would take a small head. I've lived my life with a big head, and I don't want a small... I already have a small body. Small head would be fine. I would take small head.
Same body, small head. We're talking like... how small are we talking?
Right, well, that's...
Does your voice go up?
Ooh.
Could you?
Maybe.
Would you be funnier?
That'd be interesting.
As a comedian.
Absolutely.
With a teeny tiny high voice.
Yeah, and a big body. I think that is more absurd than a small body and a big head. Although babies are that way.
Babies are that way. Little people are that way.
Yeah.
Either way is very funny. And then
either way is funny. But small head and big body is a little bit more abnormal. I think I'd take that.
That is true. You could be the only one.
Yeah.
I agree.
I think I'd take
I hope it doesn't happen to either of us, but I will take it.
Small head syndrome.
If I had a choice, I would take it, but if I don't have to have it, I won't do it.
Right.
All right, how about this one?
Okay.
Would you rather do magic or live without the internet? I don't know how those things are connected at all.
Very interesting.
Yeah.
And do magic well?
Yeah, we're talking like David Blaine magic.
I think I'd probably do magic.
Yeah?
I mean, that sounds like a positive to me.
Do magic and
live
still
without the internet sounds like a negative.
That is a negative. Do magic is a net positive. You still have the internet,
so
and
let's
you
say,
get to do magic.
Right. Let's say instead it's like bad magic.
Okay.
But you have to do it.
and
then
now,
I would live without the internet.
Yeah.
Because I don't need. Although I don't know, maybe you could really build a nice following.
Bad
with
magic.
Bad magic.
Yeah. Seth.
Maybe
Morris.
I would take bad magic.
Yeah. Who do we know that does magic? What's his name? He does the fancy dress-up show. Josh.
Yeah, Josh Edelman.
Yeah, he does magic.
He does.
He's a magic man.
Yeah. He
I've
was
never
a
seen
magician for quite a while.
Have you seen his magic?
It's not bad, actually. Yeah. He does some good stuff.
I just got the whole set of master classes.
Okay.
Because you get them, it was like 60% off. You get them $80. You get all the master classes for a
Right.
whole year.
Right.
I watched Steve Martin's How to Do Comedy.
Yeah.
And in it, he was talking about starting off doing magic.
Yeah.
And you get to buy a trick.
Yeah.
You go to a magic store, you buy the trick, and it has instructions.
Yeah, that's right.
And I was like, how cool would it be if you could go to the joke store?
Sure.
Just go, I'll have
That's
something in the 3 to 5 second laugh range, please.
Sure.
And then you get a box and you open it up and you go, this is how you perform this joke?
That would be
This is where you
interesting.
put it in your set?
Yeah, that's kind of what street jokes are, though.
It's true, but you can't perform street jokes on stage.
You can't, but there's also a different community with tricks and jokes,
Yes.
right? Like for music, you can perform anybody's music, and it's a cover, and it's flattering and it's nice as long as it's good, you know.
Mm-hmm. I want to be a cover comedian.
That would be an interesting.
There's not a single cover.
You
comedian.
can't do that.
No,
you can't do that because it's
could
plagiarism.
Be like, this next one's from Chris Rock.
I mean, I guess if you attributed it, but you'd still have to do something different.
Yeah, the only way to really pull it off would be it's like tribute bands, right? Instead of cover bands, there's tribute bands.
Yeah.
You only do Seth's material.
Right,
And you
like a
dress like
tribute
Seth
show.
and you put his glasses on.
And they're like, Flappers does this every Halloween, you know, so it's like, but they do dead comedians, you know, so comics go up and impersonate dead comedians so they're not getting ousted by living comics.
Have you been to the Halloween show?
No.
You don't celebrate Halloween.
No, I do celebrate Halloween. I just haven't been to the Flappers Halloween show. Got other stuff going on.
I've been to Flappers one time.
Trick-or-treating with my kids.
Oh,
You know? Yeah.
Doing stay-at-home dad stuff.
Yeah. Just doing dad stuff.
Yeah, we can leave the stay-at-home.
Yeah. You know, we don't need to make it that pejorative.
Yeah. Do you also, how do you pass out candy if you're out with your kids?
Well, see, now that's tough. We alternate.
Yeah.
Most years I end up staying and handing out candy because my wife she likes going out with them.
Sure.
And trick-or-treating with them.
When they're young, though, it's both parents, right? It's like, we're going to go watch them.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes we'll leave a bowl out. We've done this too, where we just
For
like,
one kid.
you know, get your own candy, and we go out all together.
Yeah.
But
So
no,
the childbearing community is relying on those of us without children to answer the door and give their children candy on Halloween.
Well, no, because now I stay home and I'll give out the candy,
Are we going
or one
full
of us
size?
will, or like our teenage daughter now might want to stay home because you kind of age out of the trick or treating thing.
You're supposed to.
Okay, yeah, you really
I
should.
can't wait to go trick or treating this year. I got my pillowcase all picked out.
But we started a thing in our neighborhood, like no one else does it, but we do it, where we actually have like a candy shoot because of COVID.
Oh, right.
You had to social distance, hand out candy.
Yes.
Which so dumb. But we got thick, wide PVC pipe that we now put together, and we have a ladder system, and then I climb up to the top of the ladder and put candy down this chute that goes down to the kids, and kids in our neighborhood actually love it. No, it's ground level. It's not at their face. Trick and a treat.
Press button for candy.
Yeah. So it goes down on the ground, and then they pick it up. But that was our social distancing answer to handing out candy.
And every house does it?
No. That's what I was saying. Only we do that.
Just you?
Yeah.
Not
But
the whole
everyone,
community.
like kids kind of talk, like we hear from our neighbors about like, are you guys doing the shoot again this year? Because our kids want to come.
We're trying to shoot up some candy, dude. Did you paint the PVC?
It's black and orange tape. It's black PVC pipe that we have orange tape around.
Smart.
Yeah.
It's not white PVC painted black because
Correct.
the paint that you would paint it with would get sticky.
Well, either sticky or it'd fade, chip.
Did you cut it in half? Can you see it slide the whole way down? Or is it a tube?
Oh, no, it's a tube. It's enclosed. Oh. Yeah. Like the mail shoots.
Yeah.
You know?
Do you know what a potato gun is?
Yeah. I grew up in Utah.
Okay.
Of course I know what a potato gun is.
Can we... I will do this
could.
for you. You know where I'm going.
Absolutely. Go long. Go long, Tommy.
Seth, this was a reach. Dude, can we potato
hairspray?
gun? I will come to your house. Bring the candy and the hairspray.
The question is, would the candy survive?
No. The other question is, would the child survive?
The kid would.
Dude, we're bringing that up to eye level.
Yeah.
We're going potato gun.
No. Go long. Get out of here.
You have to put caution tape around it.
Yeah.
You're like, must be 100 yards away.
Go to the Johnson's house.
That's right.
Hold it open.
You're just putting holes in the window down the street.
Yeah, I don't think they'd love us any longer.
Oh, man. You'd be legendary.
I mean, with the kids, parents would hate us.
Yeah.
It's so unsafe.
Yeah. Keep what you catch.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fun. Yeah, like the game 500
if
or
it hits the
1,000
ground.
Jackpot.
Yeah. It's no good. Comes back to the house.
Right. Yeah.
Relaunching it.
Just decimated candy bar.
Yeah.
All over the streets.
Are you a full-size bar, Kai?
No, we're not.
No.
No.
You don't have full-size bar?
We don't got that kind of money.
Yeah.
Maybe if I got $250K for not working, we could do the candy bar stuff.
Yeah, you could spend a K.
Sure.
You could spend a K on candy.
Sure.
Yeah. I mean, you got rocket candy launch money, so you might as well have.
Right. May as well.
It's almost more for you.
Yeah. Oh, it'd be so much more fun.
You're sending it down the chute.
Absolutely.
What's your go-to giveaway? Are you like a Laffy Taffy guy or Twixie?
Mars Company.
Yeah.
Is probably
Loyal to the
Mars and Nestle. You know.
Nestle.
Well, it's nice just to have a dense bar that can slide. That's what you're after.
We're talking about the minis, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Plus, you get like 500 in a bag.
Yeah. So it's just value. It's great.
Yeah. Are you a one per kid, or do you slide?
No. 5 or 6.
5 or 6.
Yeah,
per kid?
we don't have that many kids that come through
anymore because of the accident.
Wait, what accident?
Because of the potato gun accident.
Yeah. No, it's just our neighborhood has gotten a little younger. When we first moved in, it was a lot of like middle-aged to elderly people, like empty nesters.
Yeah, get them out of here.
Get them out of here, dude.
Yeah.
But I don't know, housing prices, I don't think we're going to have many more younger families moving in.
Dude, you would think that, but then as houses come on the market in neighborhoods across LA, there's these young folks moving in from New York or like money from other places, and like
interesting. Yeah, we haven't seen that much in our neighborhood.
Yeah, my girlfriend's neighbor next door rents their house out for an astronomical amount of money, and a very young couple just moved in. They're like, we got such a great deal.
Crazy.
Yeah, and then
it's all relative,
actual houses in my neighborhood on the beach, they're like $9,000 a month.
Yeah,
people are moving in left and right. I'm like, where? And they don't even live there. They're just like, oh, I'm going to rent this because I like to come here in the summer.
Yeah. I don't know. Man, people have money out there. There's no question. So you can spend $45 on my special.
Yeah, $45 is not a lot to ask. Yeah. It's like The Arms of an Angel starts playing. It's like, do you or someone you love need a comedy special? Do we do all of these?
Morph into anyone. Would you rather morph into anyone or read minds? I mean, I have thought about this kind of question a lot, and I really don't know. There's a lot of I'll tell you with the read minds, the question is, can you turn it off?
That's a very good question, and it's the only reason why I would not want to do it. Yeah. Because there are some people I don't want to know what they think. Right. And can they then know what you think if you're reading their mind? Is it like a two-way? I think this has to be one way. Yeah. The only time I would want to read minds is if I was a professional poker player. Right. And I'd be like, I wonder what Seth has. Sure. Yeah. Of course. A lot of money. Great. You want that. And then on a date or in an argument. Yeah. What can I possibly say to make this stop? Yes. Yeah. Or on a date knowing whether or not it's going good. Yeah, exactly. Job interview. Like there are a lot of situations where it'd be nice to read I mean, can you imagine as a comic being able to read minds of the audience? Yeah, you wouldn't even have to go, what's your name? You could be like, what's up, Sandy? Yeah, I mean, then you're a magician. Yeah. Where do you work? I don't even have to ask you that. Yeah, I know where you work. I know. Yeah. You don't want to go back to That would take crowd work out of the equation altogether. Yes. It takes away where do you work and what's your name? Well, you'd still do it. Yeah. You just say it for everybody. You bring them up on stage. People would be amazed. Yeah. You'd line everybody up and be like, Dave, Sally, Sandy. But if you can't turn it off, you'd go insane and die. Absolutely. Because, we're already self-conscious telling a joke and worrying about how it's received. Right. Well, and plus, how many thoughts do you have that you're like, glad that one didn't slip out my mouth. Yeah, exactly. So I don't know, but morph into anyone could be interesting. Yeah. If you take it back to the money-making scheme like poker,
right?
You could become the bank manager, go into the vault.
Yeah.
You could go into the chip room at the casino.
Steal whatever you want.
Stealing.
Absolutely.
My mind goes to theft.
Apparently.
Yeah.
What laws can I break?
Yes. I just want to make money off of my fictional abilities.
Yeah. The issue I have with morph into anyone is then do you ever get anything as yourself?
Well, you could morph back to yourself.
Of course. But like if you're just morphing into other people to get things, then what about you? You know what I mean?
You get the experience of being those other people. Like, what if you morphed into your pastor this week and you got to give the sermon?
Well, I mean, that's not really how our church works. But yes,
you guys don't do sermons?
Well, we do sermons, but lay people give the sermon. Like, it rotates. Everybody has a chance to speak.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's super cool.
Yeah.
So everybody's the pastor?
Kind of.
Do you not have a leader?
We do. They're called a bishop. But they're not like responsible for giving a lesson every week, you know?
So they're getting $250,000 a year for
no, they're not paid. They're not paid. It's all volunteer. It's all volunteer.
Almost.
Yeah.
Almost got a call back.
Yeah.
So it's volunteer. They're not paid.
Correct.
But they just have an elevated level of responsibility.
Right.
Do the individual churches have staff members?
No.
Because we have like a secretary and a pastor and assistant pastor, and deacons and everything that run the business of the church.
Right. Yeah, no. It's a lay ministry. Our church runs on a lay ministry. So people who are like a real estate agent could be the bishop, the leader of the congregation. And usually like that calling lasts for about 5-6 years and then it rotates to somebody else.
Oh, so it's not even yearly. You get
It's volunteer all the way up to the general authorities. The general authorities get paid to run the business of the church.
Does every branch have those authorities?
No.
Okay. So
I mean, I guess I don't quite understand the question because I think we're coming at it from different backgrounds.
100% coming at it.
So for our church, we believe like we have 12 apostles and then first presidency, prophet and his 2 counselors. And then there are what we call quorums of the 70.
Is that per location?
No. So that's for the whole church.
The whole shebang
right.
gets all these guys.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
Right. And
so
that's
why
why there's a massive administration building in Salt Lake.
Yeah.
Because those people are paying
They run the whole thing.
Taxes and buying land and starting new churches.
The whole show.
Right. Okay. So we keep all of our business internal per branch.
Yeah.
And you guys do
So there's an accounting for each, like there's a budget for each ward or each congregation has a budget.
Yeah.
And that's managed by a ward clerk who's also a volunteer called to that position
hopefully
for a
an
time.
Accountant. Yeah.
Not always.
Oh boy.
But the church employs staff people that audit and will come and look at the accounting books for each congregation.
Sounds like you don't want the authority coming down there if they don't have to.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
It sounds very authoritative.
We're self-sufficient. You know? We try to be pretty self-sufficient.
Yeah. I mean, look, I think you guys are doing a great job.
Well, thank you.
Yeah. If I was going to convert to anything other than Judaism, it would be what's the plural of Mormonism? Hey,
just the ism. You did it with Jews. You can do it with Mormons.
Just tack on the ism.
That's right.
Well, Seth, we're coming up. We're coming right up on it.
Is that it? Oh my gosh. Okay.
I can't remember if I asked you this question before.
Well, I think you should convert to Mormonism.
I think so too. I like to save water, and I like to and I like to prep stuff.
Yeah. We're all about that.
And I could use an angle.
Absolutely.
There's only one other Mormon comedian I got to beat out.
Well, there are a couple of us out there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Ryan Hamilton.
Who's the guy with the tattoos?
That's Shane Smith.
I met Shane.
Okay. Not a member of the church, I don't believe.
But not.
I don't know what that means.
I mean, like his fan base is all.
Oh, sure. But that doesn't make you a member.
Right. I met him. He was talking to my headliner in the green room. He was done. We start chatting about cameras or whatever.
Yeah.
And I hand him a sticker.
Okay.
Because that's what I do. I give out stickers instead of business cards.
Sure.
And while he's talking to me, we were engaged in conversation, and he just kind of like takes the sticker and just like kind of throws it on a table, like while he's looking me in the face.
Yeah.
And I wanted to be like,
I gave that to you.
Yeah. What do you?
Yeah.
He just wasn't.
Yeah.
It's like to see if someone's paying attention when you're talking to someone, you just like hand them something, and if they grab it, they're listening to you. I just thought that was funny, and I wanted to sneak that.
That's great. I've heard Shane is a very nice guy.
Super nice.
So
Yeah.
Nothing disparaging about him not being a member of my faith. I could not care less.
Well, that's the whole thing about you guys. Is it okay to say you guys?
Sure. You people.
You people.
Yeah.
I like you people better.
Yeah.
There's no like, well, if you're not one of us, then you're a piece of shit.
Well, I mean, it depends on who you meet. I think as a general body of people, yes, we do have that attitude.
It's such a much more judgment-free zone than the religion that I came up in.
Sure.
We're like, it's us versus them, and if they don't love Jesus, then they got to get out of here.
Well, I appreciate you having that outlook. I think there might be some listeners who would disagree, depending on who they've met of my people.
Possibly.
But I think as a whole, we try to be. Yeah. I personally could not care less if people are members or not.
My experience is that they're like very hard to rattle. You can't get them upset.
Sure.
I tried.
Yeah.
They're like, I understand why you're so upset right now.
Yeah.
Like, do you? And then I calm down instantly.
Because I'm not upset.
Yeah.
That's why you're upset.
Great. I would love that. If I could join and then I get that ability.
Sure.
I'm signing up.
It's a learned skill. Yeah. It'll take you a minute.
Yeah.
But come on in. We'll teach you how.
It's like comedy then.
It's the inner peace that comes.
Is there a shortcut?
Not really. Just got to do a lot of open mics.
And then you can become a Mormon.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
So plug everything one more time. We got the Drybar special, Ready or Not. Self-Help Yourself.
Ready or Not. Self-Help Yourself is my podcast. You can find that anywhere podcasts are streaming. My socials, everything's the same. It's Seth T, the letter Lawrence. Instagram is what I use the most. I'm also on TikTok, for better or for worse, and X or Twitter, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, Instagram's my main. And then I have a comedy Facebook page, but you know, who uses Facebook anymore?
Everybody that's selling tickets.
Yeah.
They should be
or buying tickets.
You got to be pumping that Facebook.
I know. No, I do. I pump Facebook and Instagram.
Yeah. That's where mom and dad or grandma and grandpa argue on your Facebook page about your dirty comedy.
filthy material.
Thank you for coming this early in the morning.
Dude, thank you for having me. This was awesome.
Come back anytime.
I would love to.
If you ever need to use the place, let me know.
Yeah, I don't know if I need to drive an hour to use it, but I would love to come back.
Yeah, come back. I want to do like a few rotational guests over like trying to get 52 new people a year.
Sure.
Because I'm getting tired.
Yeah. Well, it's tough to book and get to know people for an hour or so.
I had bookers, but now they're gone.
All on your own.
Thanks, Obama.
Was it his fault?
Yeah. Everything's his fault, isn't it? Seth, thanks again for coming.
Dude, thank you.
What a great chat.
Thank you so much.
I hope you guys enjoyed it as well. Thanks for watching. Please check out another episode. Check out all of Seth's stuff. Make sure you get $45 out and buy his special.
Yeah.
And we'll see you next time.
Oh, no. He's run out of batteries.
I had a stroke, dude.
Oh, my gosh.